Hi, happy Tuesday. It's Hair Tip Tuesday. If you don't know who I am, my name is Monica. I am a licensed cosmetologist. I go by Your Beauty Advisor because it's not just about your hair, it's about your skin and your body as well. What you put on the inside definitely does reflect what you look like on your outside, even with your skin and your hair. So today there are so many things that I want to talk about. So first things first, I do want to thank everybody who has taken the time to subscribe, also watch the playbacks of my lives, as well as my videos when they debut. I really do appreciate it. Even going back. So it's not just me that's watching, because definitely I watch and I definitely judge myself and I take my videos down. But I've been doing very good at not taking my videos down. So I've been stopped doing that. So today on Hair Tip Tuesday, I do want to just recap a few things. I wanted to do a poll and I forgot to put the poll up, but here's the question. The question is, would you rather do your own hair or would you go to a licensed professional? And the reason why I say a licensed professional, because I think there's a difference in just letting someone or anyone do your hair. There's a big difference in that. So that is the question of today. And I do want to do a recap just based off of the last few Hair Tip Tuesdays that I've done. So we started with reviewing Sacred, which we really did like Sacred. Sacred was awesome. I am going to do a video on hair care products and hair styling products just to so that we can get a better understanding and how to make sure that we are really just taking care of our hair. And so Sacred, we liked it. However, when I say we, I'm talking about all of us, the majority. Me, I was very upset because there are some ingredients in there that really just irritate my skin a little bit. And I'm just sad because I really felt like it did a good job at, really getting my coils to pop. And I said coils because that is very that's a word that a lot of people just push under the rug and don't say. They like to say curls. And when I was going through cosmetology school, it was extra curly. But we say coils over here because that's what they are. I'm gonna drink my water. In fact, I'm drinking it out of my cup that I should have retired a long time ago. You see, I should just throw this away, but I feel like I should redesign it. Can you see it? So it says silence. It says we're close. You may proceed. Well, I have to poop. I think that's so funny. I think that's so it's funny. It's so funny. And I'm drinking water. I'm not drinking any coffee or anything. This is just water because I didn't drink any water this morning. But that's the cup that I'm using. It's important to just make sure that you get your water intake as well. So we tried Sacred. We liked it. And yes, I will admit that I am sensitive when it comes to products. I am very sensitive. I'm sensitive when it comes to putting perfumes in hair products as well. And a lot of us are. We just tend to like to use things we shouldn't because the collective uses it. And if you're not using it, then, whatever the case may be. So we tried Sacred. And then I did a video on detangling my hair and how I style my hair, which this is the style here. So this is literally a week. Normally, I already didn't rock my twist out and I'm ready to do another style. However, I'm trying to get into that routine of doing my hair every other week. So I'm trying to push myself into making sure that I could maintain a style. And I think that that is important when it comes to, time management because like I said before, the question of the day is would you rather do your own hair or would you go to a licensed professional? And I said licensed professional because, there's a difference. You want to make sure that you are really taking the time to care for your hair. I think that that's very important. Hair care is number one. And what I'm gonna do in this live is I'm gonna actually freshen this up because this is a little fuzzy. I do have a little fuzz coming back here, but what one of the things that I've been making sure that I do is take the time to put hair, cover my hair at night. I can't. I'm having a hard time talking today. What's happening? What is happening? So I used my scarf last night instead of a do rag, and when I tell you my scarf completely was on the other side of the bed when I woke up. So me having a do rag with this style would have is a lot better because it's holding my hair down. Thank you. I definitely appreciate that. How are you this Tuesday? Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to everybody that is watching. So this is just oil that I'm putting in my hair. I'm just taking the time to just oil my hair. And like I said, I have coils. On this channel, we're going to call coils. We're going to talk about straight hair. We can talk about wavy hair and curly hair, but the main objective is to talk about coils because we don't really talk about coils like we should. Um, and when it comes to coils, I personally feel like we've done a lot of disservice, especially when it comes to the little people. Hi, how are you? And I say little people because I just recently seen this video which really broke my heart. It broke my heart because first of all, they put a blow dryer on a 3-year-old head, and then they proceeded to just like go through and keep combing the hair. And yes, they were professionals and she went to a salon. However, at the same time, we need to have better education on how we take care of our toddler's hair before we start manipulating the pattern of the hair. And what I'm saying is when it comes to blow drying the hair out, we have to think about those things. So as an adult, when we're blow drying our hair out, we know that there's heat that happens to the scalp. We know that we may have sensitivities as well. So when we are doing children under 5 and under, we have to be mindful of that. And time management is very important. And sometimes a lot of babies do have that high density hair on their head to where it's just like this takes a lot of time. So what I would like to do is just really educate and get you to understand that if you can't do it yourself, then you find someone that is really about hair care and not really traumatizing the baby to help you, to assist you. I just felt like just watching that video kind of hurt my heart as well because I remember being, you know, sick. I think I was 7 or 8 when I got my first relaxer. And that right there, burning the scalp, that was horrible. That was not a feeling that I would want to inflict on anybody else. Yes. Oh, yes. It's crazy. I wouldn't want to inflict that on anybody else. In fact, my daughter, she's never had a relaxer. And I think now that I have the education behind it and I understand what relaxers do and how to, you know, properly apply them, I'm still not going to do them. That's not something that I want to do. However, I have dabbled in keratin treatment, and I just feel like that's a different process than putting on a relaxer. It's just me. However, I got talked into it, and I was just like, okay, oh, okay, I kind of like this. I actually like this process. However, it's still a chemical base, so we just have to be mindful of that. But that video just it made me realize that not enough of us know how to, and I think it's important to understand hair care. So when you are caring for your hair or your little one's hair, you want to take the time out to actually do hair. Or you know what, you could go and find a licensed professional and talk to them. It's hard doing little one's hair because they're moving, and you know you have a certain mindset of how you want the hair to look like from, you know, I would say from about 11 down. It is really hard to, you know, maneuver in it because 15 minutes, that's all you got. If you have a little one in your chair, you got 15 minutes. You got 15 minutes to talk to them. You got 15 minutes to capture their attention. You have 15 minutes to actually get, you know, on a level to where they understand what's going on. Your sister's hair is always tangled because they like to play. They like to have fun. They don't care about their hair. They'll wear their hair all over their hair, all over their head. But the main objective is just to make sure that they are comfortable so that you can be comfortable. And you talk to them. Just talk to them. Hey, I'm going to comb your hair. This is what we're doing. You are so pretty. You are very handsome. Just talk to them. And I know it's easier said than done. But if you get them in a place to where, okay, so let me go in my mirror. I actually got this open. I don't know if So I got this open. So I have the unbrush, right? So we'll use this. I have an unbrush, and I think the unbrush is very important. Even having like little sprays are very important as well. So if you show them, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to brush your hair, and we're going to use a comb. So like this is a plastic comb here. I like this comb. I think it's important to have a plastic comb when working with little ones because it's not hard. It's not. And my daughter was about 2, and she had a brush, and she was playing in my head, and she popped me one good time. I said, "Ah!" I never popped her before, but it was just so funny that she did that. I don't know where she saw that from, but I was like, "That hurt." So I think it's important to have, plastic things to where you're able to comb. And the plastic should be just durable. And I love this. This is like one of my favorite combs. And I need to retire it, but I haven't. And so I'm going to show you with my hair on what I do because I'm going to spruce this up. So if you need to detangle any hair or take hair down and you have twists, you see how I'm just twisting this way? This is the opposite way of where my twists are going. So I'm already taking this down, and I think that that's important. So like you have that ability to go through and take the time. Take your time. And granted, I did already put, um, oil on my hair, but I think it's important to take your time. So as you're taking your time, it's easy. They can feel your hands going through their hair. Okay, so you see that? So in this motion right here, I have just this hair, and I'm gonna pull this back because I'm not taking all my hair down, just this section. And Prince he is having a good old funky time. Okay, I had to make sure I didn't have any uh paper towel out. Okay, so I'm going through and I'm just taking the time to just with my hands, just like this. I'm just pulling through the hair because my hair has been up for about a week. So I did have a little hair that came out. See, this came out my hair. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just spritz this down. This is my rosemary spray. It's rosemary and water. I think that's a really good rosemary water and peppermint. That's a really good spray for you to have for your hair to help with your hair journey. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this unbrush and I'm gonna start with my ends and I'm brushing. And as I'm brushing, I'm going to the roots. It's real easy to do that because my hair was already untangled. There was no tangles in it. And section by section is something that I feel like it's not preached enough, and people might feel like, oh, it takes too long. Yes, if you really want to make sure that you are caring for your hair and giving yourself that opportunity to not be traumatized or, traumatizing um your children when they're getting their hair done, section by section is important. So what I'm doing now is I have created my own scalp balm because I just feel like putting gel directly on the scalp does not help and it clogs your pores. So my daughter just messaged me. She said she didn't like that apple juice. Okay. So she's so funny. All right, so I have just basically oiled my scalp as well as my hair too. So I just pulled it through my hair. You can see just a little bit of shine here. And I'm going to just go ahead and just retwist my hair here. So as I'm retwisting my hair, I really just feel like it's important to understand like hair care. Okay. So like if you are just one of those people who just, product hop. Oh, this is new, so I really want to try that. You could definitely do that. But if it's affecting your hair, your skin, stop using the product. You have to find something that works for you. And a lot of us are using things that, don't necessarily help us with our hair growth journey. And I say hair growth journey because your hair is always growing. It's just how you're taking the time to take care of your hair. So I saw this video where, and I guess I want to make this more of addressing certain things that just don't make sense. So I saw this video where someone said my hair grew within 3 to 6 months, right? I think she said about 6 inches. I was like, what? You, I'm trying to figure it out because I'm just like, okay, as a holistic cosmetologist, and on top of that, watching my hair growth journey, how did your hair grow within 3 to 6 months and you only use this product? I got questions. You gonna have to break that down for me. Yeah, yes, I have questions. And the reason why I say that because I know for sure that if you are really on a path of taking care of your hair, doing the vitamins, really hair growth journey, and you're focused on that, a lot of things change. Your body changes, your skin changes, your hair growth does change. And from what I've seen, tops, you could probably do 3 inches within 3 to 6 months. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So, and that's just from what I've seen. And this is just like from the scalp, not doing from the scalp, taking your time processing, managing the process of your hair, right? I think that's important to understand. So I can use one of my clients for example. So every other week he comes and he sits in my chair, and we notice that he can get um, a half of an inch. So I'm like, okay, a half of an inch. How can we do this? His hair is right now. He didn't went from the back of the nape to his hair just being literally like, I'm gonna say chin length, right? Back of the nape to chin length. Like that's how long his hair is now. And this is from November of 2024 to now, which is November of 2025. A year. He's had a year. So can I say that he has grown? I would say that's like 2 to 3 inches of hair in a year. So like, and you can see your hair growth. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. You can definitely see your hair growth. And I don't want anybody to, fool other people into buying products that may not work for you. We are all different. I'm going to give you a really good example. So recently we have used Sacred, and Malia loves Sacred. If you don't know who Malia is, she's my daughter. She comes on here too. I'm I'm waiting for her to go live so we can make some really good goodies because she's in school to be a chef, a pastry chef is what she wants to be. But she likes Sacred. She loves it. I loved it. Last night we tried Paul Mitchell Clear, which is a sensitive hair product. So basically, it's for people who have sensitive skin. So with thank you, I appreciate that. With that taking place, she really wasn't okay with Paul Mitchell Clear. Okay, not only that, it kind of washed some of her color away, which she was very disappointed. So she felt some type of way. She was just like, my hair is going back to what it was before we colored it blue. And she's a color girl. So like her main objective was to keep her hair blue. However, we are trying out Paul Mitchell Clear and she wanted to try it. She wanted to try it too. It wasn't something that was just like, oh, I'm gonna just try this on your hair. But the hairstyle that she has, she does not like it because she's like, what are you trying to make me an old lady? She has little bantu knots around her hair, and she got twist and bantu knots, and she didn't like that. However, that is just a natural style that we're doing in the time being so that we can make sure that she doesn't have too much tension on her hair. And she doesn't have a lot of product in her hair either. So that's something that I think is important as well. So like we didn't gel her down and put the bantu knots on her and make them really tight. We just, it's a low tension hairstyle. So she's not really fond of it. However, when I was shampooing and conditioning her hair, I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then I got the jelly mask, which I was told that it was gel and it's not. It's actually, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Um, I was like, this is not gel because I was going to put it in her hair. It's actually kind of like a deep conditioner. So I was just like, this is perfect. This is something that I can use on my hair. So next week, I'm going to do a video and we're going to do a review on Paul Mitchell Clear. So everybody that has tried it, I'm going to take, what they say about it. And I'm going to just put it in the video on what they thought about the product as well. And I do have a client that I feel like it'll work perfect for. So I'm hoping that, I like it to where I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. I'm kind of nervous, but the coils of her hair, they definitely did pop. So that is something that I'm really excited about. And I'm going to be honest. Like, I'm going to be honest on every product that I try. So if that's something that you're interested in and you're like, I want you to try this particular product, depending on what it is and what kind of ingredients it has in it, I will definitely do that. Um, I will definitely try it for you. I'm actually going to start doing like a um, new product alert to where that's what it's called. So if you want to just give a little donation to see if I can get these products to try on myself and my clients, definitely just stay tuned for the description and I'll put like my Venmo in there and you could just donate $1, $5, whatever you want to donate to get the product. I don't mind. Just make sure that you either drop a comment below and say, hey, I want this particular product, or you can email as well. And I'll leave my email in the description box. And so you see how like just freshening up my twists, they make a difference. And I'm so excited because look at my hair. It's growing so much. Hi, you came back. Hi. Ah, hello. How are you? You are funny. How are you this morning? How are you this Tuesday? Okay. So I'm gonna put that behind my ear. I'm gonna take my little pins out, and I'm keeping this. I'm keeping these twisted. I'm gonna just wear a do rag tomorrow. I'm okay, I guess. Oh, don't just be okay. It's a good day. I feel like maybe I should like retwist this too, cause I don't know. This feel like it's been through some things. Don't be don't say I'm okay, I guess. Feel good. It's Tuesday. It's almost the end of the year. Oh, you so funny. Okay, so this is a perfect example of just like having frizz with your hair. Like frizzy hair. Frizzy hair. Where does frizzy hair come from? I didn't say no. That is not what I said. Don't put words in my mouth. Okay. Lack of hydration, lack of moisture. That's where it comes from. So that's what I'm working on for my hair is more hydration and moisture. So is it a yes? You know what? Somebody else said something to me this morning on a different platform, and I simply said, I am not hiding. I am in plain sight. It's easy to check all the boxes. It's definitely easy. It's definitely easy to say certain things too. I'm gonna tell you this, and then we gonna change the subject because it's Hair Tip Tuesday. It's not um, Relationship Tuesday. But I think it's important to understand that people have goals, they have dreams, they have aspirations, and if you want to be a part of that, you have to have those things too. Okay. So you see my hair? Look at my hair. My hair has grown. I don't know. You know what? I should measure it because I did cut my hair. I cut my hair as well. What is happening? You're funny. Hi, Nisi. How are you? Good morning. I am just refreshing a little bit of my hair. I came on at about 7, and now I am just winding down. I'm actually going to recap. I talked a lot, I talked a lot today, just about certain things, my opinions, and how I feel about hair because it's Hair Tip Tuesday. And the question of the day, I got notes too. I'm real proud of myself. The question of the day is: would you rather do your own hair, or would you rather go to a licensed professional? Um, and I asked that because I saw a video to where a young lady took her daughter to a salon, and she was about 3 years old, and they did what I would say kind of like a blowout on her hair, and she was just educating her about how to, like, the tools using. And to be honest with you, I'm this is just me in my opinion and what I think, and just with me have experiencing children under 10. So 11, 12, 13, I feel like they do have the opportunity to communicate and tell you, you're hurting my head. I don't like this. Like, they have that opportunity to communicate. When they're 10, it's kind of iffy. It's a, 6, 7. That's how it is, right? So I just felt like that was horrible. That was a horrible experience. The baby was crying throughout the process, even though she was educating, and it seemed like they were taking their time. To me, I just felt like she is 3. You are putting heat on this baby's head, and we don't really talk enough about putting heat on natural hair. When you are natural, you have that's a whole nother ball game. You are manipulating the pattern of the hair. Once you put heat on the head, you are no longer natural. Nobody talks about that. Nobody says anything about that, but it's true because you've taken the time to manipulate the pattern of the hair. So since you've taken that time to manipulate the pattern of the hair, then if you did too much of the heat, you can have heat damage. If you aren't drying your hair enough, I really want to come out there because I really do want to do your hair. Your hair is beautiful. And if you're not drying your hair enough, then you'll have issues. You could have like different spots of your hair just in hard then wet, hard then wet. I personally I like to air dry. Now when people say I prefer the blow dryer, I say okay. It's $45. Everybody's like, what? It is $45 for me to section your head, for me to go through and literally blow you out and braid your hair. On top of that, normally I could go through and I could, towel dry you. It's easy to do, to towel dry and get you dry, and continue to do your hair. And you move it and on your phone. So you're moving it on your phone doing all of this. And you expect me to just pull out that blow dryer and go with the be dancing with you? I'm not doing that. I'm not I'm not dancing with you. We have to work together, and that's another thing that a lot of people don't talk about. We have to work together, and I'm a actually call Malia out on it one day, and she probably gonna be mad at me and not talk to me, but that's really just an example because I see a lot of videos to where a lot of people have their phone, so they have their phone and they're looking down, and you should be looking up. It's nothing wrong with you having your phone and looking up, because if you're looking down and then you move your head up, then what happens if your part is crooked? And then on top of that, a lot of people are like, I like straight parts. I like this. Your head is not fully circled, right? So since your head is not fully circled, what happens? Your parts are not going to be fully completely straight, you have to make sure that you have a good angle. We could talk about parts because sometimes my parts be looking off the chain. So I'm just freshening up the back of my head because it's a little, it's giving fuzzy. That makes sense. Yeah, yeah. But we don't talk about those things. You know what we talk about? We talk about, oh, she didn't do my hair correctly and I didn't like that, so I'm going to blast her out. When technically she didn't only did your hair one time, and that was the first time that she was in your head. So she don't know your hair. She don't know what you've been doing in your head neither. Who you talking to? What you doing? He talking to somebody. I don't know what he doing. But I think that that's important. We have to keep that in mind as well. When we're going and we're sitting in somebody else's chair, we have to be completely honest. So my hair tip of the day is really simple. A lot of people are gonna be like, "What? That's so why?" Okay, so here is the tip. Take time for your hair care. Time management is very important. And I've been saying time management is very important because that gives you the opportunity to actually take your time to take care of your hair. Can you see him? What he doing? He got his little Christmas. Isn't he so cute? I just want my hair to be healthy and strong. And it can be. And I know just from you talking about your hair, you said that you're like you don't. I just feel like you could take you could take just some water and some rosemary and peppermint, spray your hair down and just, comb through your hair and just like do those little protective styles. And I put protective styles in quotation marks because that is something that I wanted to talk about as well. I have it on my list. Protective styles versus natural styles, which is very funny, right? So, a low tension hairstyle is basically your hair. Low tension hairstyle, he is. Oh, you should have seen him in his little sweater. A low tension hairstyle can be categorized in protective styles and natural styles. Natural styles are basically just your hair. If you have color, if you put heat, or if you put chemicals in your hair, natural styles. Like I am rocking a natural style. A protective style is a few styles, and we don't really talk about these different things. So this could be considered a protective style if I didn't have color in my hair. But when it comes to protective styles, we have to be completely honest. Protective styles are styles that are protecting you from the elements, they're protecting you from heat, and they are protecting you from what else? Color, chemicals, just relaxers, everything like that. So the protective styles that we say that are protective styles, they're not. So if you're talking about you got a box braid, you getting box braids and that's a protective style, it is not. I'm sorry to say, that's high tension hairstyle. A high tension hairstyle has everything to do with putting other things in your hair. So if you are putting tension on top of adding hair into your hair, that is a high tension hairstyle. We don't really break those down and educate people on those different things. I don't know why, but I'm just putting it out there because I think it's very important to understand. So if you're having, traction alopecia in your hair, having a high tension hairstyle is not going to help that. It's going to make it worse and you're going to be bald. And I know I said that very boldly, but it's very true. So cornrows is a protective style. So cornrows is a protective style. Even having plaits in your hair is a protective style. But you have to remember, if you have color, if you put heat in your hair, you no longer have a protective style. It's just a natural style. That's just something that we have to start talking about. So me, when I say I offer low tension hairstyles, is because I'm saying I offer low tension hairstyles regardless of if it's cornrows and it's your hair. I'm not sure if you put heat on your hair. I'm not sure what you do with your hair. I'm not going to say it's a protective style until you sit in my chair. And I can tell you, a lot of people put heat on their hair and then they expect me to tell them, oh, this is the protective style, and it's not. You didn't put heat on your hair and I can smell it. That's one of my superpowers too. You have color in your hair. Yeah, you'll have a natural style. And that's okay. Like it's natural. It's your hair. It's your natural hair coming out your head. My favorite was when girls were in school. It'd be like, I bought my hair. This is my hair because I bought it. Yeah, you bought it. So it's still not your hair. What's your hair look like? What's your hair look like under there? And a lot of us have like breakage, heat damage under all of the things that we're doing in our hair. Missing hair, bald spots. And I want to be able to help you with that. I want to be able to help you with that. And I want you to be able to be comfortable with talking about how you feel about your hair because it's important. One of the things that I do like, and then I'm going to jump off of here because I feel like I've been on here too long. Yeah. I almost hit my mark. I'm excited. One of the things that I do want to talk about is being confident with your hair. I love the fact that Malia is very confident with her coils, with her hair, with any style. She's confident in it. Like if she loves it. Now, I will tell you that I did Bantu knot her hair if she's not too happy about it. However, she has color in her hair. We have lifted her hair 2 sessions in a row. Um, and with her having her hair lifted, I think that this is important because a lot of people don't talk about this. You have to keep in mind if you're putting heat and blow drying out your hair after you get your color, you're you're opening up your pores to be damaged. So my main objective is to make sure that I can hydrate her hair, put that hydration back into her hair because she did tell me she was like, I want to wear my hair out. I just want a flat iron. She don't want a silk press. She just wants a flat iron. And those are two different things. It's just the technique of how you do it. And Malia is so fast to wear a fro. So I think that it's important to understand what you do to your hair and how you take care of your hair, especially if you are coloring your hair. You want to be mindful of that. And that determines how often you go get your ends trimmed as well. Because if you're not really focusing on the health of your hair, by all means, cut it, color it as many times as you like. But keep that in mind. Yes, good vibes only and like the live. And please subscribe. I like that. Like the live and please subscribe. Yes, I would love you to subscribe. I'm going to finish this one. But she has color in her hair. She's definitely a color girl. She's done a good job of taking care of her hair on her own as well. I'm very proud of her. She's the one that wanted to cut her sides. And so we cut her sides. Now she's in the process of growing her sides out, which is really like I'm like, I need to let me hit that. But she said no, she's growing out her hair. So she's growing out her hair. So probably like in the next month she might end up having box braids, depending on how I can grip it. Because she likes to rock box braids. I like my Nubian twist. I'm a twist kind of girl. She likes the braids. Um, we all like the things that we like. And I think that that's important as well. Like paying attention to what we like, what our hair does. I think that that's important as well. So, say for instance, if you have fine hair and you have low density hair, so you have your hair is like you have a lot of scalp showing and you have fine hair. Yes, I have it down. Hmm. Yes, I have. They send me my updates and I just be like, you got this. You got this. I do. So we went live on Facebook last night for Mondays makeover Mondays with Monica and Malia. Makeover Mondays with Monica and Malia. That's what it's called. So we went live and I was talking about Paul Mitchell Clear. And we tried it on Malia's hair. She wasn't a really big fan of it. It's not color safe. It's really not color safe at all. is not color safe. So if you have color in your hair and you're thinking about trying it, don't. Don't do it. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. So on Facebook, okay, so honestly on Facebook, I only go live for sure on Mondays, and it's between 5:30 and 6. I try to get there early so that I could go five. It's only for 30 minutes. So it's only for 30 minutes, and it's between 5:30 and 6 Central Time. Now, I I thought I was gonna get at least 2 weeks out of this toy. Now, how did he do this? How did he get this to be a rope? I don't know what's going on with this man's teeth. This is not about Prince. I can make anything about the puppy. Here. Okay, yeah. So we're trying to get better at getting a time for Facebook. The reason why it's like 5:36 is because with me working, I don't get off until about 4:30. And yesterday I had a late call, so I didn't get off of the call until late. So we didn't get there until like 5:30 because I wanted to catch you live. Like my plan was to go live and then catch you live, and that's not what happened. I was sad. I was like, no, but I get to catch you today, so I'm excited. Yeah, so I'm just really getting better at trying to make sure that I stay on topic and talk about, the topic of the day, have questions, and do a recap. And let me drink my water. Oh, really quick. Let me do this because I just learned how to do this. So I want to make a highlight. Create a highlight. Is it on? I don't know if it's on. Oh, at least 1 minute of content needs to be created as short. Oh my gosh, I think I messed it up. I broke it. Hold on. I don't know what I did. At least 1 minute of content needs to be created. Oh, I don't know what I did. Okay, so hopefully they'll have a clip from this, but I don't know what I did. I have to figure that out. But okay, let me show you my cup. So I should retire this because this is an old cup. So originally when we first started this channel, I got cups made. I only got one made. But I got this cup made because I wanted to sell this cup. But I think I need to, you see how it's glitter? Glitter makes everything happy. But like, can you see it says silence? So we're so close. You may perceive, well, I have to poop. You see that? Yeah, that's my cup. And I think I should get it remade and sell it again. But I do need to retire this cup. I just haven't. I just love it. But this, or I could see if somebody could fix this for me because this is, it's not cute. That's not cute. And I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be like drinking completely out of it because of what it looked like. May I could just use a straw. I can barely read the words. Yeah, because the glitter. Hold on. Let me see. Don't stare at me like that. Okay. Can you see it now or is it too shiny? Can you see it? I could barely see the words when I was reading it to you. No. No, it's not supposed to glow in the dark. I was just turning on my nightlight because it's a lot lighter. Whatever. I don't know. I have no idea. Ooh, but that'd be cute to glow in the dark. Mm-mm. I just wanted to, because this light is brighter than my nightlight, so I turned it off. And you should have seen Prince's face. He was like, "What are you? Why are you so weird?" That's literally what he looked like. Okay, so this was fun. I have to go now. I'm sorry. This was very fun. I hope I have a really good short and they don't take what I did. They don't take what I did. But thank you for coming and hanging out with me. I do want to let you know that probably every other week, what I'm gonna try my best to do is to go live on Tuesdays to do Hair Tip Tuesday. No, don't leave. Yeah, I have to because I gotta clock in. Yeah, I gotta clock in, and then I'm gonna. I guess I can take him out for another walk real quick. We got time. Yeah. Yeah, because he ate all his food. So I'm trying to stay on top of his little schedule. But thanks guys for coming. And next week we're gonna have a video. So I won't be live next week on Tuesday, but there should be a video for next Tuesday. So I will see you guys later. Are you having a good time?